Hey guys, welcome back to the Dragon's Concord actual play Under the Shadow of the Spires.
Where'd you come from?
My name is Ron, I'm your storyteller. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and let's have a
Free
recap.
us!
I die a little on the inside every time you say that.
I feel like we have to, otherwise people aren't going to do
Make
it.
sure you share this with your friends on Facebook.com.
Yeah, if you want to cut it out, we can. But I think we need to do it. But anyway. Nick, you want to give us our noir wrap-up of what happened last time?
You're giving him lung cancer every time he does that.
I know. Every cigarette is just a little...
Last time we left off in the smoky city of Prague. It's smoky because of me. We had...
Where'd you even get those?
I know a guy.
Hand roll.
Last time we left off in the smoky city, we had begun a further investigation into our findings into this paragon of the Trimodon. But before then, we had to follow our wayward friends, the disappearing four wizards, and Marius, as they went on a bar crawl.
I don't really like them.
But as we were going through the bar crawl, we had begun to notice that the places in which they had been taking us through were strangely set pieces. In staying in one place, we were waylaid by a illusion of a creature, a three-eyed something, who had discussed with us that we were interrupting their plans and they wanted to speak with us. We took them up on that offer, and through a series of conversations,
Community
shenanigans, we had managed to stage a meeting with Dr. Komita, one of the three of the
Triumvirate.
The triumvirate, thank you. We had also discovered that much of the city enforcers and people in power had been a part of these paragons. In doing so, in staging this meeting with Dr. Komita, we had entered the 5th level of the belfry within the Doom Keep. And we last left off where we had just entered a room with Dr. Komita, who is torturing some guy, torturing one of the inmates in the belfry with a gibbering mouther. And our arson man is doing the arson plan.
All day, every day.
Surprisingly, not involving arson, just involving body
Murder.
checking.
All right. Before you go leaping towards the good doctor...
Why do you hate my dreams, Ron?
I do not hate your dreams.
You're always shitting on my dreams.
I will... I think we should roll an initiative check to see what happens. Does she get a reaction before you go piling into her? And I think you're going to win this, because I did not do well.
Okay,
Oh,
19?
Yes. Okay. So, if you would like to go ahead and grab her, spear her, throw her into the gibbering mouther, you may.
Drop kick.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm
So, I feel that this is a grapple check with an attempt to, shove her
That's
into
athletics, correct?
Yes.
There's a straight up shove attack.
Is there a shove attack in 5e? Okay. How's it working then? Do you remember?
It is, I think, an athletics check, one versus the other.
Mhm.
Push them in, and you can move them up to 5 feet.
5 feet. Okay.
Unless you have the charger feat.
Yes.
Mm.
Which...
So basically, my big thing
so
that I'm
which
attempting
of
to
the
do...
minis are you on here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're actually,
Okay.
So I don't think we
set
actually
up.
placed appropriately. You're
Yes.
weirdly
Get
flesh
yourself
colored. That's
put where
weirding me
you
out.
would want to be.
Like that should be a darker shade of brown or something.
That is not the OG mini that I.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That is
like-
the only Thry Queen I could find at the moment.
You look like you're made of human skin, and that kind of creeps me out.
Oh,
You say
lovely.
he isn't. So,
So I don't think a shove will work just because of the physics of the situation. She
No,
is
so-
against a wall, right? She's over here against the
Okay,
wall.
so this
I
is
don't know,
this is
Ryan.
accurate.
Where is she?
She's the
So
white.
so basically my so I'll actually be running past the gibbering mouth out there. Is it correct? I'm coming from here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're running past. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep. Because you'll leave this
And
space.
where is most corrupt cop in the world?
He's
Just like the worst at his job.
First off, there's one thing. The door. There's only one door. You'll notice. It's actually right up against where the gibbering mouther is. You'll notice that Jarthek is sort of like protecting the door.
So I have
you
to
guys
go
came in, and
over
I guess
it.
you guys lined up against this.
You
wall.
could put-
It's still. I think it's still an athletics
for
versus
athletics.
athletics check, regardless.
Okay.
So-
Yes.
I think it's more of like you're grabbing her.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You can put the mini in there to look like you're eating.
Okay. I'm battle cry of yeet.
Yeet.
Yeah.
I
Diggity
really hate
daffodil.
him. He has cavities.
Yeah, he does.
So that
He was
is.
a fun time.
How does a dirty 20 grab you?
Sounds pretty good. I don't know. She's gonna have the stuff. Nope, she does not.
So I'm placing her, feeding her to the Ether.
Yeah. Okay. So I think when she
This is all on you. You did not stop me.
And I love how I made him slimy.
as she goes flying into the Jimming Mather, first you hear her just yell, "No!" And then,
I can't imagine why.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm into this.
Still taking notes. Ooh. Yeah, you love it, don't you?
That is dope as shit. By
I
the way.
turn back and see you just think.
You're just gonna be like, hey, can I borrow that?
Oh yeah, I'm
Human
using that.
skeleton in there.
Okay. Well, I don't think
Your gals for tier, nothing but that.
other than each of
There's a
them
tree
I'll make sure to
taking
bring this.
other than each of them taking 1 point of damage from just like the impact, nothing happens right on this turn.
Okay.
As far as like
As
you
long as,
basically
I just want to basically distract it
Sure.
from the guy.
Yeah, that's fair. So they just sort of like she just lands into the lump of Mouther, and the Mouther just begins to like, sort of like
Do what Mouther does.
Yeah, does not like being laid upon.
Next
basically.
turn, I follow with with
I will-
Elvis Fire.
I will also check to see if she falls prone. Let me just do that. I think she's still standing up.
So she got her foot in the.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like like the symbiote
Less
from
dramatic
Spider-Man.
than I was
Right?
going for, but okay.
Okay. Do we need to roll initiative for everybody, or do you guys? Are we going into a combat here, or does anybody else want to? do
Feels
something?
like
I
a
think
combat?
as soon as he does that, and it's like an aggressive thing, since Pak has been
Yeah.
very quiet this whole time, staring ahead as you haven't gone to the basement. As you've noticed, the gem that's set into his forehead has dimmed to nothing. He sees that. There's like a click hiss, and he looks to the guard and jumps on him.
So you did your thing, Grim. Puck, you go leaping into battle now. So go ahead and take your action.
Okay. This guy is. Okay, as a bonus action first, I think I would like to. Let's see how this works. I would like him to make.
By him, you mean Jarthak?
Yes, the guard.
Okay.
Don't forget your 11 hit points, guys.
Yes, I got you. No, I was like, after how much that helped last time, I was like, yeah.
Good feels all around.
I'd like him to make me a strength saving throw really quickly as I reach one of my smaller hands underneath and lift up.
Your strong hand.
Oh, he fails.
He fails?
Yeah.
Okay, so he is going to be thrown 5 feet in the air and then falls back down.
Okay.
I'm hoping to get him prone.
Yeah. Does it specifically state he normally goes prone, or do I just need to make a check on that?
That was just the strength saving throw. He's just automatically thrown 5 feet in the air.
Okay.
And I'm just seeing if he catches his feet back down.
Sure, I'll give him a dexterity
I'd be
check.
amazed if he could. If I got launched 5 feet in the air and told to land on your feet, I'd be like, oh.
I set the check at 15. His dexterity is just enough, so he somehow managed to come back down on his feet.
That's why they call
Yeah.
him a cat.
He
I
probably
know.
fell backwards onto the wall and caught
Yeah,
himself.
that kind of makes sense.
How old is
Um,
Jarthak?
How what?
How old is he?
How old is he? Looks like he's like maybe like early 30s.
Okay.
Early
His
30s.
knees can probably take that.
Yeah.
So as he's thrown in the air and he catches himself, I'm still going to launch into him with the dagger first.
Sure.
Okay, so it's a...
Itu Jarthak.
It's to Jarthak.
That's the title of the episode.
Yeah.
That's
We're
gonna
not
be a
going to
15
play
to
other
hit.
dates.
Sorry.
15 to hit.
15. His AC is exactly a 15.
Okay. So he is going to take 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to take 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put a psionic die on that to increase it by a d8. Yes. I can still do it. However, it is now 1d8 minus 1. I still have my training.
I was talking about because of the anti-magic effect.
Oh, well, does the magic affect psionics?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say psionics are okay.
My man.
That means I
sense
still got
because-
I still got knives.
That makes
Technically
sense because
psionics.
if Buddy needs to communicate with his underlings,
True.
needs to get through
Okay.
somehow.
Yep.
So that's
Oh,
going to
geez, I
be an
should
extra
establish
7
the-
force damage on top of that.
7 force on top. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
And
you
then-
you communicated with me psionically, like
You
you
I
had
thought you
okay.
said that dampened. That
All right.
lost
After.
that.
And then for my second
Okay.
attack,
Oh yeah. You
extra
did say that.
attack.
Okay.
My apologies.
Could you stop making that sound weird?
Stop fucking stabbing me!
No.
Let me just try to dagger him again.
Right there.
That is even higher than last time, so that probably hits. And he's going to take another 6 points of piercing damage.
Jesus.
Yeah, I just like Pac usually fights very like carefully and very like methodically. Now he's just wild, like grabbing him with his arms, trying to stab him into the wall. As he like catches himself, I elbow him across the face as I try to drive it in through his neck guard.
All right. Well, after your turn, it's actually Jarthek's turn, so he's going to respond in kind. As
I'm
much
gonna
as he
put
can.
myself right
He's
here.
gonna
He
launch
draws.
Pac 5 feet in the air.
I'm sorry.
He's gonna launch Pac 5 feet in the air with
No,
his strong hands.
not he can't do it that way. He can't like go tit for tat. But he is going to pull his longsword out and make 2 attacks with you on with his longsword. Does a 16 hit you?
16 does not hit me.
Okay. What about a 17?
A 17 just meets my armor class.
Okay. So he hits you with the second attack. He's going to do 9 points of slashing damage.
I'll eat that.
Okay. Okay. Something I need to remember for next turn. Okay.
You said 9 points?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep. All right. All right.
Take
that's
it.
Jarthek's turn. Next is Gaius.
Could I, as a free action, do you want the knife or do you want the knife?
I got knives.
I've got a silver rapier.
Actually, I take it back. I'm sorry.
Back
I
up,
forgot to
take it.
put the gibbering
I asked.
mouther
Oh, okay.
into the initiative order, and he rolled a little bit of a Gaius.
Oh, that makes
Forget
sense.
about the gibbering mouth.
I know. How did I forget?
He's so
I
gross.
apologize.
Gross little guy.
Okay, so there's too many G's is the thing. Gaius, gibbering, grim. Yep. All right. So the gibbering mouther is going to. I mean, it's not happy about being landed on by Dr. Kamina for one thing. So, like Dr. Kamina immediately, I need to have her. One thing she needs to do is make a straight saving throw. She fails. It looks like Dr. Kamina is literally stuck in its like muddy surface. She can't get her foot out of it. Like it's like she stepped in a big pile of goo and it like wrapped around her ankle.
Sucks to suck.
Yep. But I also need anybody who is in 10-foot radius around the mouther to do that as well.
Oh, balls.
Don't know- yep, that looks
I'm
like
in
it's
danger.
going to be
Everyone.
pretty well. Definitely these
except
two.
Pac.
Yep. Yeah, Pac does not need to.
Cool.
What is this?
This is a strength saving throw DC 10.
No.
Nope.
Guys doesn't have strength.
Yeah.
We're good.
Anybody who failed, your speed is 0.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
mean, we're all in this tight fucking corridor stabbing each
exactly.
other anyways.
And then that's just an effect. The other thing, though, is it is babbling incoherently, as I said before, and that voice just begins to raise in response to the fact that it's been impacted. So I need now everybody to make.
Is that a magical effect?
This is no. This is much like a psionic effect. It's something that bypasses the magic. I need everybody to make a Wisdom saving throw DC 10.
I'm not as good at that one.
Do I need to make that?
Yes.
I'm fine.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Dr. Kamina and Jarthek also passed.
Did everyone pass?
14.
For the first time
Wow.
in history,
Is he above
everyone
a 10?
passed it.
Cool.
20.
Okay, so all of you felt for a moment just the insanity of that rising voices in your head for just a second. You're able to like block it out, just let it just fade over you, and then you come back to your sensibilities. So for just a second, you felt like it was overwhelming. And then
I'm going to take the help action to help whoever's trying to stab this thing.
Do you want to give me
it's
your
not,
rapier?
However, it's not done yet. Those are just effects from being in the area of the mountain.
I was
So
going to stab
now-
her. I'm actually more concerned about her.
Yep. Anyway, I think what it's going to start to do is it's going to bite Dr. Kamina because it's going to react. There's a foot in there. It's just going to like try and chomp on it. So
Naturally.
it's going to miss, however.
How do you miss?
I know. I rolled a 2. And then
Just got some strong calves.
the other thing it's going to do
She does not skip leg day. I'll give her that.
is who is so we got Grim. We have is that Gaius and that's Elohim? No, that's Elohim and that's Gaius.
Yes.
Okay, I think Elohim.
Okay.
One of the mouths just turns right towards you, and you see it go, "Bleh," and like this blinding like spittle comes flying at your eyes. So I'm going
This thing
to
is the worst.
have you make a DC 13 Dexterity saving.
12.
Okay, so you are blinded.
Ah!
The glob explodes in a blinding flash of light as it impacts your face, basically. Ah! You can't see anything. And that is going to last until the end of the Mouther's next turn.
Gotcha.
So your whole turn, you'll be blinded, basically. I have condition rings. Do we want to use them, or will you be able to remember?
I think I remember blindness.
We're all professionals here.
Yeah. Although we forgot exhausted like over and over and over again.
We're professionals here.
I'm going to drag Concord.
I know. Okay. So that's all the map we can do. That's all. Just like 4 things.
Just 4 things.
We'll wait on. I tell you what. Let's not wait on Gaius. Let's have Gaius. He said he was going to give the health action.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so Elohim, you'll be up.
Okay.
You're blinded, which means you have disadvantage on like sight-based things, including attacks.
So I was going to.
You've been gacked.
Yeah, I've been gagged. I was going to try to push Komina, but since I got blinded, I think it's fight or flight instinct. I'm just going to start like trying to cut her and stab her.
Okay, sounds good.
Have we ever met Komina?
Nope. First time. You're making a great impression.
For great first impression.
15.
15.
Everything we heard about her is awful,
Yeah.
and she was torturing a cat.
Yeah, she
I'm feeling good about this.
That's a miss.
Wonder if she's
Miss.
evil.
Yes.
Jesus.
It looks like as you go to like chop down with your, I guess, a sword.
My dagger.
Dagger. You go to chop down her dagger. It's like it hits a little bit of a force field on her, as though she had been given whatever allows people not to cast spells in here. Somehow she was able to.
Or she's a Psy warrior.
And she pulls out Psy blades. Like,
Yes.
Well, we have misjudged.
bonus action.
It's
I'm
page 1 of my
going
apology.
to not do anything. I think because I can't take a fucking bonus action. I'm done.
Okay, sounds good. Did you consider Gaius' help when you made that attack?
I didn't actually. So that would have been.
You want to take it? So you would get another roll.
Well,
Straight roll.
should I just roll this again?
Yeah, why don't you just roll again and see if you hit this.
Okay. That's gonna be a 17,
That's enough to hit.
and I get sneak attack.
Professionals here again.
Professionals.
Remembering all our things.
Holy shit! 14 points of damage.
Damn, with a dagger.
It's all
attack.
sneak attack.
Yep. Okay. All right.
I feel that force field, and I just
Yeah.
bind down and get through
Yep,
it, and just start
exactly.
carving into like her forearm or something.
You sign it like Zorro?
No, I'm not at the point where I'm writing my initials. I'm not that much of a pretentious asshole.
Give time. Next level.
Next level.
All right. I think Dr. Kabina, on her turn, for the record, she's going to turn to you and not do anything violent. She's going to put her hands up and say, "Stop attacking me!" And at that moment, the 3 eyes appear above her, like kind of like boom, boom, boom. They appear in context to be like kind of floating above her head and appear to all of you. And you just hear from that voice that has now. You hear that voice again because the eyes have apparated.
Stop. Join.
Yeah, fuck that.
Okay.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yep. Okay, so that's all that happens on her turn.
Gotcha.
Back to Grim. So you seem to be not taking very well to the offering of making nice.
Come receive the gospel of Grim Time. I'm going. So my psionics work.
Yep.
My soul blade powers are psionic.
Right.
So I'm gonna pop my psi blades. They're gonna burn out in blue radiance.
Yep.
I'm growl and stab into her.
Okay.
I'm going to Wolverine her as best I can.
Sounds good.
I believe.
So my best is 16 hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That
step
just
1,
hits.
which means I also get my sneak attack on that.
Okay.
Gotta love rogues.
All right. That's 14.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's my first shot.
All right. Go ahead.
So that 18 hit.
18 hits, yes.
Yeah. So I only get D4 on the second shot. I don't, so it's only 2 damage.
Okay.
I don't get my admin bonus.
So 30 points of damage.
Yep.
Yikes.
Still up.
Yeah.
Okay. Pock.
See, if I
Disarm
have-
him.
If I have my headband, I'd probably like say like, okay, let's chill for a second. But I'm like, nah.
Chill for a second.
Well, since the apple, since the fucking is here.
You guys are in
Could
control
she
of your actions. Do
possibly
what you
be a
want.
thrall? Is my concern.
What would Pock do at low intelligence? In threat of a psionic presence.
Is the door closed?
No, the door's open. You could close it. I would say that's like a bonus action.
Just quietly close it while I.
Well, no, I don't
Sorry,
know what
guys,
you're
sorry for
trying to do.
interrupting.
I just didn't know. I mean, it's not going to stop.
No, it's more of like, do I hear like this?
Oh, yeah, you heard it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's actually telepathically in your mind. It's not actually speaking. It's in your heads.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Technically, only Elohim made the decision to allow the learning of deep speech.
Mm-hmm.
Gaius already knew deep speech, so you two understand what it's saying. The rest of you just hear.
I just hear "burn me, please" over and over.
Yeah.
again,
Then if I
right?
just hear for my BB,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep stabbing
Yeah,
this
you don't know
guy.
what it said. If you're not going to
Um,
accept his gift of speech.
I'm going to once again reach forward, pushing him up against the wall, lifting him up, and slamming him back down 5
Okay.
feet. I need another strength saving throw.
Sure.
Is that a Play Queen thing?
No, that is a telekinesis, a new feat.
Again, I made
It
it.
was a bonus action. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm going to attack. It's an 18 plus my accoutrements.
Yeah, 18 hits.
Okay, that's gonna be 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then see if I have my second. That's a 16 plus 7.
Yep, that's a hit.
Once again, dagger 2. That's gonna be 6 points of piercing damage, and I'm
Okay.
gonna put another side eye on that. That's another 7 points of damage force.
Okay. All right. He's not looking great.
Yeah, I just
Yep.
BAM! Just keep going at him.
It's his turn. He's going to growl. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to do this. I'm sorry. You know what? I hate to do this, but it's something key to his ability combos. One of those attacks was a 16, right?
Is a 16 plus 7.
Yeah. Oh, so you rolled a 16?
Yes.
And you got plus 7? What was the other one? 18 you said?
18 plus 7.
Okay.
25
Oh, 8.
and
Oh, okay.
23?
So nothing was like below a 20 on those rolls.
Oh, does he have like parry or something?
Yeah, parry. That's,
Parry.
yeah, but it doesn't help if you're doing in a high 20s. On
He is
his,
he is fighting a
yeah.
fucking professional soldier.
Yeah. Just double checking. Okay.
You're pushing him against the doorway, just like prison shanking him.
Yes.
Well,
over
sir,
and
I'm
over
level
and
6
over.
chuckle fuck.
And every time he goes to swing, either one of the arms is there blocking or knocking it aside, going in for another stab.
We're just gonna leave this room either peacefully or like covered in blood, and there's just gonna be a butchered guard. Just
19 hits.
Stop
you,
stabbing
so,
him, Pock. He's
19
dead.
will hit me.
Pock, you're going to take 9 points of damage from a longsword attack.
I am going to Psi Shield
Okay.
on one of those. That's going to be a 7. So that's going to be 7 plus 2. How much damage you do?
9.
9?
Yeah.
So just blocked it.
The second one also hits,
Okay.
and that one is for 6 points of slashing.
Remember
Okay.
to take it from your temp HP first.
My temp HP is now empty, so I am now starting to dip into my actual HP.
Okay. Sounds good. Jarthek's done. Next is the Gibbering Mouther. Let's have everybody make those wisdom saving throws, DC 10.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm actually not fine.
Someone want to roll for Gaius?
He gets a.
He's fine.
Okay. So on a failure, Pock, you cannot take reactions until the start of its next turn. And I'm going to roll a d8 to determine what you're going to actually do on your next action.
Ooh,
It's like confusion.
Yeah.
that's rough.
Yep. You will take no action or bonus action. And you will use all your movement to move in a randomly determined direction.
Shove it.
Yeah.
He has 0 movement right now.
Oh yeah. No, actually I don't because remember I
Is
didn't have to
Jordan?
worry about that.
I'm sorry?
Does Jardan save against this one?
Jarthek? Yeah, let's see.
Jarthik and Komina.
Yeah. Jarthek actually fails, and Komina passes. So let's see what Jarthek does.
Attack the closest creature.
Oh, damn it.
Attack itself.
So he's going to
Go prone.
8.
Start crying.
Rethink life decisions.
Become a better person.
Jarthek's also going to do nothing, but he doesn't
Stare
but he doesn't-
deeply into each
but
other.
he doesn't have to run away.
That's romantic. Okay.
Okay. That was just the effect. Now the Mouther is going to probably do another blinding spittle. This time we'll do it on Grim.
I'm like, also, no. Can I use Elo as a body shield? not really.
Dexterity saving throw DC 13.
Okay. Hot damn. 16 on the die.
Okay.
19 total.
Yep, you're good. Actually, hold on. Okay, I take that back. You did not have to do that check because he only gets the biting spittle back on a recharge.
Oh, okay.
So he did not recharge it. So instead, he's just going to keep biting people. I think he's going to nom on Komina again until she can get free, which right now she can't. Oh, man.
Is
Nat
that
20.
Oh. Goodbye,
So-
leg.
Suck it.
Yep. This might be the end of poor Dr. Komina here. We'll see.
Poor Dr. Kamina.
Poor Dr. Komina. Poor Potter.
Yep.
No parents.
So Dr. Komina, you see her you see it just the whole mouth kind of expands and just chomps around her waist, and she gets cut into, and the top half of her just kind of falls over on the ground, and she's one last scream, and then she's just still and dead. All right.
Shit!
Yep. The other, but it gets a second attack, and I think it's going to make that attack against. Make that attack against you with just another bite.
I was going to say something
it fails.
snarky, but every time I do it, they get
Yeah.
rolls. Just show my damn face.
So he goes chomp, but you just kind of
Do those 3 eyes go away once Komina dies?
Yes, they do.
That's a win in my book.
It's like we pissed it off.
But now we have to. Now we are in the shit show.
Yeah.
Komina's dead. The gibbering mouther killed her. And the
Wasn't that kind of the point?
yes.
I was trying my very best to kill her, so.
Yeah. Well, now the our plans are now. We gotta go because we're definitely not friends of the Trimodon
I
anymore.
was never a trans Trimodon.
I'm probably no longer getting allowed to this college.
Speaking of, guys, it's your turn.
Can I still not move?
You can make a new strength saving.
Is it taking an action to do the strength check?
No, it's just part of your turn.
Hey, I can move.
Okay. You can move.
Okay, sorry. Sit rep. What's going on?
The gibbering mouther bisected Dr. Komina with a bite, chomp, like a chomp, basically.
Could use the word bisected.
Jarthek is alive, but he and Pock both have been affected by the confusion effect of the gibbering mouther, so they are kind of in just a frozen, lobotomized state
Okay.
for the moment.
I heard confusion.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 3-5 confusion.
Yeah.
We all die.
No, it's both of them. Pock's about to go running off. Is what's going to happen, but you don't.
I was kind of wandering, skipping merrily down the way.
So we're trying to save Javik? Not
No.
Javik.
Deal with the gibbering mouther.
Yeah, he's the biggest problem right now.
Arcana check on how to fight a gibbering mouther. Anything I should be aware of?
Make the Arcana check, I guess.
This is gibbering sound.
12.
12. Don't try not to let its gibbering bother you too much. You know that if you listen to it and you get lulled in by the sounds of its horrible wails and stuff,
Okay.
it'll confuse you.
Specific question
Yep.
on the anti-magic field in here.
Yes.
What is it blocking?
Anything that is a spell. So, or a spell, I don't know. I don't think there's spell-like effects in
Spell-like
D&D per se.
abilities.
Spell-like abilities.
What's it called?
So, if you want to cast a spell, you can try.
Infinity Labs.
You just need to overcome it with an
Starlight Step.
Starlight Step is
Racial
ability, so you'd be fine.
I can Starlight Step?
Yes.
Oh, fuck, I'm taking the dude and we're leaving.
Okay. So you
Fuck
grab
this shit.
the,
I am
the
out.
Table?
prisoner guy on the table.
We're trying to save him, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like to.
Okay.
I'm kind of just
When
helping
he's
people, helping
bound,
people.
Can you starlight while he's bound? So he's manacled to the table.
So, I'm gonna just be helping people. See her go down. We're saving the man, eh?
I'm like wiping spittle off of my face. Ah! And stabbing the gibber.
He's happy about it.
That's fair. We're saving the man, eh?
All right.
I'm just gonna go over, grab him, and we're gonna go.
Yeah,
It's like Dimension Door.
sure. I think he would. Well, I think it's even better than Dimension Door in the sense that you'd walk through a Dimension Door. In this case, you two just like apparate away.
30 feet line of sight. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna try and go
Mm-hmm.
looking out the door and yes, but. And then we're just gonna not be there anymore.
Yeah. With line of sight, you can like on the other side of Jarthak into that hall. That's fine.
Cool. That's a bonus action. We're gonna spend the rest of my turn just
Hall on.
not being around the gibbering, not far enough that's gonna cause a problem. But I just want to get. 'Cause
Yeah.
Do I know how confused that man is?
He does not look like in a great state, but he's not like drooling, can't do anything either. He seems to be able to follow simple orders. So
Keep your butt there. And it should be just. Jarvik is still
in
fighting.
the hall. Yeah. Well, right now he's like kind of his arms are limp down to the side. His long sword just kind of like scraping along the ground.
Fucked him up.
That's fine.
He's also.
And we're
bleeding
trying to kill
profusely.
him. Trying to kill the guard
Jarvik.
captain.
Yeah.
The guard captain.
Investigator, but yeah.
Cool.
From hell's heart I stab at thee.
Aid. Get advantage on your attack against this guy.
Well, he's.
I am frozen from confusion on
Oh.
my next turn.
I thought you were just kind of stuck for a second.
When my turn comes up, I'll like skip through, and then I'll just walk away.
Okay.
Yeah, technically, they're not engaged, so you won't get advantage because of flanking.
You can do the help action, is what he's saying, though, right?
that, yeah.
And that gives you advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he's not going to attack it, and he's not.
You could restrain Jarvik if you want. Disarm him. You could take the sword out of his hand.
I'm just going to take his sword.
Yeah.
Sounds
He
good.
does not resist.
Fuck yeah.
And that's about what I'm going to do.
Okay. Cool. Elohim.
Look for
So
the door.
your sight comes back after a few seconds here. Just gonna-
Do I get my movement back too?
Make a new strength saving throw, DC 10. No, so you cannot move.
I'm gonna stab the fuck out of the gibbering mouther.
Okay.
Threat 1 has been dealt with. Time for threat 2.
Yep.
First, I'm going to make a. I'm going to do insightful fighting, so I need it to make a deception check.
Okay.
It has to beat 25.
Surprise, surprise! It doesn't have great charisma. No, you're fine.
So I get the bonuses of sneak attack without needing a
Yeah.
combatant within
Cool.
5 feet.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm also right there, though.
Well, you're within 10 feet.
No, okay.
Have you used your fire on this thing yet?
I have no idea.
I'm going to stab it.
Yeah, what's happening?
18?
18 hits. Yep.
Gotcha.
I don't know how well it's going to be able to put itself out if it's just a pile of.
My only the thing is to emphasize that this place is very flammable, and there's also like multiple.
That's why I have it. That's why I haven't used my my racial.
You can talk about your glands. and
My
your puffy
glands.
neck.
My puffy neck glands. 13 piercing damage.
Okay. Great.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Dragon fire sounds super gross.
Next, Dr. Kamina is no more. She cannot take her turn. Grim, you're up.
Okay. I believe violence.
Violence sounds good.
Yeah, I'm going to stab the crap out of this thing. And you're right there to flank partner with me.
If you.
Yeah, I'm going to whip around and start stabbing her. Technically, actually, I can also throw these things.
Oh yeah, your psi knives.
Yep. That was the first one. That would be a 27, 26?
26 to hit certainly hits.
Let me check my notes.
Believe that.
What do you mean it doesn't hit?
12 for the first shot.
Okay.
14.
14 is a hit. Yes.
Oh, it is a hit.
Yeah,
It
Okay.
is a pile
it's
of goo.
Big pile of goo that cannot move very fast.
3 more damage.
3 more. Okay.
The worst of the oozes, if I'm not mistaken.
He gross.
Gray ooze is probably a little worse.
I think it's an aberration.
Does it spit people's eyes? This one's so much grosser.
Yeah. Yeah, this is technically an aberration.
Oh, black pudding's the worst.
It looks oozy, but
It's not as delicious as advertised at all.
puck.
Is
So-
going to
so
stare
you-
lovingly.
You're actually going to run.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you're going to run in a random direction. So the direction you run is... you're going to head right down the hall against the wall there. You're going to stop. All right. And Jarthak is just going to stand there, not do anything. All right. So that brings us back to the Mouther. I need everybody to make strength saving throws DC 10 again to see if you can move or not.
Nope.
No, I won't.
Am I
Okay.
good?
Oh, if I made it and I've never been held, do I have to make a new one?
Let me double check on that.
Am I good in the hallway that far? Or
I would certainly hope so.
yeah,
I should really be doing it at the beginning of your turns. We'll start doing it that way. So,
Okay.
I think I have been for, like I did. I think you had you and you do that.
Yeah.
I'll just have you guys do it at the beginning of your turn. But I do need everybody to make a Wisdom saving throw DC 10 about the gibbering.
What's the range on that?
20 feet of the Mauer. If you're outside of that, then yeah, you actually would be outside. I think.
Around the corner?
5. Well, I don't think line of sight matters. I think you would be inside.
It's
of it.
audible range.
Yeah, but the good news is the guy that you rescued is outside of it. It looks like.
Nope.
Okay. So, who fails? Just Gaius?
What about Jarthak?
Yeah, let's have him do it.
Good.
I'm good.
Jarthak made his save this time. Okay, Gaius, you're going to, as a result of the gibbering mouthing, you're just going to skip your turn this time. Alright, so now the mouther is going to try and bite. One on Elohim, one on Grim. Start with Grim. This should hit you.
Yeah, that hits me.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, you're going to take 20 points of piercing
Oh,
damage.
holy shit!
Jesus!
Okay, so I have
No
9
wonder
actual
that
damage.
crit eviscerated her.
And you need to make a DC 10 strength saving throw.
So many saving throws.
I
this
know.
Gotta love it.
I'm still good.
Okay, you
I'm
don't.
Good turn.
You don't
I'm
fall
yoked
over.
as hell.
Yep.
You put them in little
And then
holes
Elohim,
in walls,
it misses you.
and so they gibber, and so they draw people crazy as they're going through fortresses. So they just walk through hallways with gibbering mouthers on the side. If you would like to use gibbering mouthers to harass your players, this is an idea.
This is part of the curriculum.
This is part of the curriculum.
Yeah. Fortunately, Elohim, you get missed when it attacks you.
Gotcha.
Guys, your turn is skipped this time. Elohim, you're up.
Stab,
You just
stab.
got spit. That sucked so much worse.
How is
I'm
it?
trying to kill it.
Every combat we're in,
You get
You get
skipped,
stunned
I know.
once.
I do one action. I'm just
This was
do it.
equal opportunity.
'cause you stack
This was just
charisma.
like everybody had a
13.
chance. 13.
If you don't do something next combat, I'm just going to
is
cuss you for
no,
consistency.
That's fair. I'd expect no less.
Copy.
Yep.
Oopsie. Ooh, that's what we like to see.
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
You boy.
What'd you get?
14 piercing damage.
Okay.
It's just a rogue fight. Good old-fashioned rogue fight.
All right, we're back to Grim.
Bunch of chuckle fucks in a hallway stabbing each other. Good old slugfest.
Sounds like a Tuesday night to me.
Kill it. Kill him.
Yeah, your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I'll make that strength saving, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Still good.
Okay.
Jesus, I've not failed saving throw this. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
Oh, I'll remake my save for the strength.
Yeah. Just see if you can move it. All right.
13?
A 13 is enough
Minus
to hit.
2.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's super easy to hit.
Okay. It just has all the special abilities
I have to
in the
get a
world.
12.
Yeah.
Oh, my strength is bad.
You have a strength of 0.
No, I try to find a scrawny
18?
Okay.
My
that's it.
first shot?
Yep. Sure.
Yeah, I still don't think I have a better thing than just stabbing to get with my second shot.
Okay.
That's well. If that 21 definitely hits then.
Yep.
So 4 more damage.
Okay. Alright, you're hacking and slashing bits of goopy flesh off of this thing, so it's kind of getting smaller and smaller as you make every attack.
Making babies.
Yep.
Father. I hate that.
you are able to to act again this turn, but I need you to make the DC. Well, you're not actually within 10 feet of it, so you're fine. You don't need to make that check, so you're good. You can do what you like.
The silly putty's not affecting you.
Gotcha.
The flesh putty.
Am I
Play-Doh
like
that
am I
hates.
like myself again? Like I have regained my
I'm
faculties?
just double checking. Yeah, until the start of your next turn. So this is the start of your next turn.
Bum bum.
Okay.
Did you just look into a search like grossest creatures that could possibly draw my players? That's everything we're dealing with.
Well, he has a list of ghoul monsters.
I just didn't want this. All you guys have this reputation of I'm the horror guy. I'm the guy who likes terrible monsters. Trying to take that reign, baby.
Should have messed with me.
Does the door
Step
open
up and get your
this
ass
way or
kicked.
this way?
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Does the door open this way or this way?
The way is open, either way.
Yeah, it's open right now. I think it opened into the.
So it opens this way.
Yes.
Cool. I am going to reach forward and he probably if he's regained his faculties, or is he still stunned?
He'll be stunned until the start of his next turn, which is right after you.
Oh,
He's coming
okay.
too.
Then I'm going to, instead of this time, I'm going to try to move him 5 feet down to try to force him to go prone.
Okay. Sure.
So strength
RKO.
saving throw.
Yeah. I'm gonna have him do this with disadvantage too because of the state he's in. But I passed. No,
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm just going to 5, 10, 15, and I'm just going to bowl through him.
Athletics check.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I got a nat 20.
You got a nat 20?
Yeah.
I got above a 20, but a nat 20.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right, then for...
Does that mean he auto makes it, or just has a really?
Well-
has a basic strength, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So I think. So what'd you get total?
No, nat 20.
I can't
do you do
generally
old
think
school?
I feel like nat 20 always succeeds.
Me too. I'm into
All right.
that.
I'm very much for the
Old school, it's
with the
actual
ex-
DCs. And
I would
stuff.
say if, on skill checks is my one exception. Skill
If I-
checks I'll allow a nat 20 doesn't always succeed. But
Yeah, I got a
my whole
22.
thing is if a player actually is allowed to roll, a nat 20 should succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Or to say this is
auto.
impossible, no roll needed.
Right. That's the key.
That's how I become
think,
king of pride.
Can I take a second attack if I use a shove attack?
No.
No?
Because it's a shove action, not a shove attack.
Gotcha. Okay, then that is the end of my turn. We're just still locked in here.
It technically
I
counts as a
disagree.
grapple.
All right. Jarthek's I'm gonna check and see if he can move first off. He double check his strength. He's on the edge here. Yes, he can. Okay. But he's not really gonna. I don't think he's gonna move. I think what's gonna happen on his turn is he reaches up like he's going to attack you, but again he just stops for a second, and the 3 eyes appear again.
With what sword?
I'm sorry.
With what sword?
He. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Like he goes.
He goes
like,
through, yeah.
he pretends like he's going to attack, and is like, oh, I don't have a sword anymore. But it doesn't matter because really he just kind of freezes in place, and those 3 eyes appear over his head, and he's like,
You have one last chance. I hold someone you care about. If you care to see her again, you will come find me in Parley.
Do I just hear?
yeah. You hear because you hear it, and you know what he said. Nobody else accepted the
Does
offer
he
of
give?
language.
Does it give any visual indicator, or is it just audio?
It's telepathically in your mind.
Okay.
So it's just the visual indicator is the illusory 3 eyes.
But I'm not getting we don't get an image of someone or something.
Some dramatic 80s.
Oh, okay. I
cutaway
guess
of,
telepathically he could probably give pictures in his mind, right?
Yeah.
Like really poorly
Yeah.
drawn, like 6-year-old.
No.
Nah,
I think you
80s
get
cutaway.
I think you get the image of a woman who looks a lot like Yara but older, and then you realize that's Lady Yulia.
Wait, the one who commissioned us? In what state of distress are they?
Even if I don't,
She looks to be terrible in distress in the sense that her eyes are all black.
Oh Jesus.
She's got like veins coming out of like her veins.
she's full
veins
set.
are like black across her skin, and like her skin looks like kind of translucent.
Oh God.
I think that will actually make Pock stop for a second.
I definitely stop.
So wait, hold on though. This is my concern. Yes, I think that probably we shouldn't check Jarthek. I don't think the gibbering mouther is in on this memo.
Does the gibbering mouther freeze?
No, Jig Mouther's still doing his
Do his
thing.
mouther things.
Yeah.
Gross, by the way. And
I'll just say, don't kill Jarthik. Help with the mouther in my brain.
Tell your pet to sit.
The Jig Mouther goes limp and becomes just like a puddle.
holy shit, that worked.
I thought you meant the dude you're fighting. next.
And also, Jarthek, gets on the ground and goes cross-legged and just sits there.
I'm gonna take Jarthek. He's still got the
eyes.
Yeah, the eyes are still.
So I'm gonna grab Jarthek.
Yeah.
Pick him up.
Yeah. He's like
I know he's about my size, but
yeah. No, you have the strength to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me where she is.
You will come below the cathedral, underneath Wellspring. You will find a tomb that can be moved, a door under the ground. Jarthek will lead you through the sewers to my lair.
Good. He's gonna take a nap.
I don't know that you speak that language, but Gaius, you can translate.
Yeah.
He's gonna take a nap.
Or it could be
I'm
like
just gonna
through
bounce his
pictures.
head off the back of the
Yeah,
wall.
that's true. So those of you who won't accept.
Tell me where she is.
Basically.
What? I got you. You're fine.
Yeah, I was figuring someone was translating for me, but I was getting that. So Jarthek will be able to do that later.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm ricocheting his head off the back of the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did not have many hit points left. If you want to see if he just goes unconscious.
Yes. Okay.
During all this, I want to lean down and loot Dr. Komina.
Okay. She had on her all sorts of like nasty kind of implements, like syringes, some sort of like little bandsaw that she could put in her pocket. It looked like it was cutting through bone.
What is above and below the waist? Because some of that's going to be in the
Yeah, I know.
mouth.
That's true. Some of it's in the mouther probably. But I think in like her, maybe she had like a pocket, like a chest pocket that had these syringes in them. Maybe the bone saw's not in there, but I'll say, let me roll for it if it was top and bottom. Okay. Actually, I guess that's all you find.
Okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't have like any bracelets or necklaces or circlets that would have been.
If she had such a thing, it would have been. Now it's inside the mouth somewhere.
Womp womp.
I get out a long latex glove
Yeah.
and lubricant.
Yeah.
It is lubricant. Have
Did
you
you
seen these
did you have
things?
damage for me for Jarthek, by the way?
Oh, you want okay?
If you want to knock him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8.
8. Okay. He's like, ow, but he's still awake.
Do it again.
Keep him up,
Yep.
please.
I
You keep his sword. You keep his
My
sword.
concern is it sees through his eyes. If
It
we're
already-
going if we're going to jailbreak the rest of these, I don't want him behind us.
Come back later. If we can.
This might be the only chance we get.
I walk forward to Jarthek.
Yeah.
Take his.
He's breathing heavily, like labored breaths, but he doesn't look good.
I grab his key.
Yeah. He doesn't put any resistance up.
Put that away.
He just ignores.
Wait, so the prisoner he had manacles, right?
Sorry, say that again.
manacles.
On the table.
He was manacled to the table. So he was once he's free of the table. Imagine a table that has like those iron clasps built into it, like right. So once you got teleported free, he's okay. He can move.
So I'm going to manacle Jarthak to the table then. He's not
Okay,
following us
that's
right
fine.
now.
Yeah,
You
we'll
have
come
my-
back for him.
You have my word. Once we resolve this, I will go and speak to the autocrator, and I will try to get as far up I can in order to spread this information about what's going on here.
What the fuck happened?
I'm going to go from room to room and just make sure no one's like actively dying here.
Yeah. What you find is, I just have to unfortunately. So you see these cells down here at the bottom of the map. Yeah, right down here. Each of those 4 cells is a. Let me see. I think there might be more map if I go up above. If I scroll. Hold on 1 second.
Just a bunch of cells full of like prisoners.
Yeah, basically there's there's cells on either side. There's like a hallway that splits between the 2 of them, and there's cells on either side of that hallway. Each one of those cells has an anti-magic sigil in the cell itself. So those cells were like, there's some sort of field that's affecting all of the floors of the tower, right? As I said, it got worse and worse and worse as you go down. But these cells literally each have an anti-magic sigil for those cells themselves. And each of those cells has I'd say out of the 8 cells, there's 5 people being held here. Some of them look really like they've been here a very long time. They look older. Some of them are raving, like they're screaming, and they're just insane lunatics. One of them, make an insight check, Elheim, I'd say in particular. Hey, Graham, you might want to do this too.
16.
16. Okay.
9.
Okay. Well, Elheim, I think you've seen in the eyes of hardened, terrible criminals before, and at least one of these people down here he deserves to be here.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's done horrible, terrible things.
He knows how to size a skin suit properly.
Yeah.
Is it
Right.
like in Silence of the Lambs where you're walking when they're walking by Hannibal's cell
Yes.
or Dr.
Clarice.
Yeah.
You put him down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, certainly the not saying that using gibbering mouthers as ways to cure people is the best thing in the world. But on the other hand, some people are also awful, and
You
it's
walk
like,
by a cell that
yeah.
is just like eye slits, and you just see someone staring out at you.
This is a asylum for wizards that have done terrible things.
That
to
is
some
fair.
extent.
We shouldn't jailbreak, but we're taking this as far as we can to the top. The God Emperor will hear about the God King will hear about this. The Autocrator will hear about this.
To the throne.
I'm going to commune with my god.
Okay.
Can I commune with my god here?
Oh, that's true. I think you've had trouble communicating with her while you're in there.
All right.
I'll allow you to make a saving throw. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I believe.
Oh, hot damn. How's a 21 grab it?
That grabs me. Okay. It's faint, but you think you can get through.
Do any of these people need saving? Who should I save?
You hear and it's kind of like a sigh, like, I can't tell you that.
Well, not that guy.
They're just skinning someone. We don't know how he got the skinning blade, or the person in that cell.
The skinning blade, the blade that skins, along with the Play-Doh that hates.
If you're anyone watching, just skip this episode. Yeah.
Is the gibbering mouther eating Kamina's body?
Just kind of like suckling on it.
Oh god! Why do you
As long as it looks like it killed her, that's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it technically did.
it technically did.
It did.
Yeah.
Is the lower half of her body still in the mouther?
Yeah, it's in there. It's going to digest if you don't pull like it out, basically.
So
I'm gonna pull out what's in there.
Yeah.
would you like
Make a dexterity check to just see how well you can get just maybe the clothes off or something.
How's a 20 sound?
That sounds really good. So you basically pull what's left of the lower part of her jacket out. And that's all that you need, really.
And I'm gonna go through and see if there's anything.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a key ring that looks like it could go to all the keys that go to these cells, for example. There's a stone that appears to have a rune on it. That might be what she was using to sort of get her past the
Dr.
magical
Kamina,
wards.
key ring.
I'm going to say there's some notes in a little notebook. As I said before, she was writing into the note. Writing into the notebook when
Uncomfortably
you saw her.
moist.
Yep.
It's like humid.
viscous?
And then there's a coin purse full of maybe 50 gold or something.
Done.
Yeah.
And the gibbering mouther's being very placid during all this. And shut up.
Yeah, it seems to be as long as you're not actively fighting it or trying to kill it, it's just
Existing.
Kind of just a little bit of jello on the floor.
It's kind of cute.
What about dude we saved? Has he said anything?
He's just like, oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I promise if you let me go, I'll be of no more trouble to
Do you
you.
own a skin suit?
I do not. I've never owned a skin suit.
I want to insight this man and peer into his life.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna hold on to that stone
16.
and cast Mage Hand.
Okay, let me get to that in a second. With a 16, your insight tells you this man is probably newly arrived to this level because he looks terrified.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he might be sort of fresh meat if you threw him into a prison kind of a thing.
I wonder why he's terrified.
Yeah.
Saw a lady get bisected.
Your insight is that this man does not look overly dangerous to you. But then again, he was here for a reason. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, she also had didn't she have people I knew when I was here sent down here?
Yeah, she was talking about pulling. There were more and more people coming down. He does say to himself, "She told me that the creature would eat away my madness, and that I would be cured if I would just submit to the process. But I was too scared. I couldn't think straight. I was just screaming. As you can imagine, it was terrifying.
Huh. Did I misjudge the situation?
Can't be mad if you're dead.
Yeah, you can make an insight check to that if you want.
10?
Womp
10.
womp.
Hard to read. I mean, that's maybe what he was told. He seems like he's not lying.
Which one was your cell?
And he kind of like comes around the corner and shows you. So, like I said, there were like 5 out of the 8. So there was just a holding cell that looks completely empty, barren. That he points to.
We're gonna keep you here. I'm not gonna lock you in.
Very well.
We're not going to put him right
So-
next. We're not going to put him right next to Skin Suit Guy, though.
Yeah.
Hannibal.
At least one door down.
Yeah.
Some of these folks seem a little intense. I just came down from level 4, and like I said, they told me they would help me, but I don't know if that's true. Anyway, what were you doing? What were you doing with Mage Hand?
I'm just gonna
Yes, very
levitate.
sad. Anyhow.
Levitate. Her keyring.
Yeah. Okay. You got it. Yeah, the keyring's beak.
So you just see me go, and you see the keyring go.
Mhm.
Well, that's good.
Yep. Yeah, because you could use your spells while you hold this room.
Cool.
basically.
How are you at reading unpleasantly moist notes?
Give me them.
I will mage him the notes, so I don't have to keep touching them.
Yeah, they have just that veneer of mucus kind of like on them.
Like those, like,
like
the
you said, sounds like a
what
pleasant
kind of
vacation
fucking
up there.
Nickelodeon slime is this?
Yeah.
It's just a wee bit damp there.
Oh, it cleans up nicely.
Yeah. The notes do seem to indicate that she was running experiments that that in some cases did not go so well. In some cases, she reports there were positive effects in which the gibbering mouther, when under her control, which she was able to do because of her. She keeps talking about how her master or the Trimodon would give her the power to keep this creature under some control, and then it would eat the madness away from the prisoners who were brought down here.
I have a question.
Okay.
I have more than one.
Yep.
How does one come to that? Like, what is the scientific process? Like,
Yeah.
this thing.
Yeah, there were definitely like 8 patients
Well,
beforehand.
Yeah. If you go back to the beginning of the notebook, it does say that she was given the idea by her master. So
Okay, that makes more sense than
Yeah.
to, like, just. Hey, let's try some weird shit.
she was
Maybe
given the
this will work.
idea, and the creature was like sent to her basically as like a pet, almost.
What are you thinking about?
Arson?
Yeah, but this is not arsonable.
I'm gonna find a sound effect for that. I'm excited.
Just use my voice.
Ah.
I like think about putting it in my bag, and I'm just like,
Sounds good.
I drop it on the
Yeah,
mouth.
she makes this wet noise. On
I mage hand it off.
No.
We had a copy of it.
No.
It's her admitting all the shit she's done.
That's in evidence.
Fine. I rip out.
Just start making copies.
No, stop.
I don't think we have time to make copies, though.
Not right
I
now.
take all of the information that like damns her.
Yeah.
I rip out like diagrams
Yeah.
and processes of how to do all of this terrible stuff, and I throw it in the mouther.
Okay. Sounds good.
That is handy.
No one else knows. No one else can replicate it.
What do I
Who
know?
would
Fire?
want to? What?
Many.
Mage hand it out into a bin. Give me your hand. We're gonna hold hands for a moment as I put the stone between us. Fire!
Fire!
There you go. More efficient, more effective, way more fun.
Let's leave this horrible place.
Let's go to the
See,
cathedral.
well, here's the problem.
So no one else is being tortured or anything in any of these rooms, right? Like,
No, they're
I'm
at
gonna-
the moment
I'm
they're
gonna
just
do a
being
quick
kept.
tour of
They
horror.
have probably been tortured in the past, or they've been subjected possibly to this process to some extent. There were notes in the logbook that said some people had been like cured enough that they were sent back up to higher levels, back into the higher levels of the
So
belfry.
here's the problem we got, gents. We're all covered in goo and blood and shite. Also, I'd tell the man, we'll get to you in a moment. I don't know who you are, but you're gonna.
That's why we need Jarthek to lead us out. If Jarthik is under the command of the Trimodon, it'll be a safe passage.
All right. What's going to happen when we try to get back in here and get arrested for murdering one of the...
The gibbering mouther killed her. Experiment gone awry.
The next time we come here,
You don't seem to be having a good day, Pock.
hopefully it will be
No.
with the knowledge that the city knows what's going on.
All right. Between then and now,
You are
we
sick.
just have an entire fucking mage
You
tower.
talking about the man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We could have pissed off the entire Paragons if we had kept fighting, which would have been much more difficult to get around. This leads us to our end goal.
All right. Then I suppose we're going then.
My
Well-
life is immaterial. At this point, this city is so deep with corruption that I am not confident.
I think it's sort of a burn everything down, start over situation.
All right, Jarthek,
Yes,
lead the way.
I am to lead the way. And he stands up and just very robotically starts taking you outside, up to the stairwell.
Is he bleeding from like multiple stab wounds?
Yeah, he's not looking great. He's limping as he's and leaving some
Just
blood behind.
to I'm gonna
Yeah.
cure light wounds just to make him look
Okay.
better before
Yeah.
we like have
It
him
gets like
lead us through people.
the main like lacerations start to knit up a little bit. It doesn't do much for like the fact that he has like slash wounds like on his like
We have a large
clothing.
coat, and we just like
Yeah.
I
wrap
hand you the
around.
upper half of a goo-covered coat. Where'd you get that?
So yeah, he kind of limps up the stairs, leading you out of the belfry.
He fell down some stairs.
Yeah, the secretary just like
sharp fucking
the
stairs.
secretary goes wide-eyed and just is like starts throwing you guys your items back over the top. Like, just get the hell out of here! Every time you come here, you make my life miserable.
Is the same lady that we were talking to?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you were out of the room when I said that. He's like, yeah,
I take my bow back.
Give you your dagger.
Promise we're on a mission from God.
Is his sword any good?
It's pretty plain. It's like it's the typical sword you get when you're issued a sword from the guards. So it's just a straight long sword.
Do you have a lost and found?
Yeah.
I hand her a sword.
Oh God! All right, it's heavy.
And I just walk off.
Yeah.
Blood-colored sword.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh God, that stings! And because it's got like a little bit of maybe the mucus on it or something. Anyway.
Why is it speaking to me?
All right. Jarthek leads you back to the portal out of the Doom Keep. He's like, "Do you want to be led there now?"
Maybe we could take a wee break.
I
How be
did
badly
get-
beaten up on her?
I
on all of
got
you.
bit pretty good.
I'm fine.
I mean, I can soldier on.
Let's-
I'm down 9.
Would you like to have some more self-esteem?
We should wait until we can get.
Then we're going to take a minute.
We should wait until we can get back with Snark or Scrimp
Before we go back down,
before we meet the Trimodon.
Are we to confront this thing then?
We are.
let's talk to it before we just start stabbing it.
I
I
think
wasn't gonna use blades.
I need to speak with my people.
and we will. I look at Jarthek. We'll meet by the oak tree tomorrow morning.
Very well. Rest well, for tomorrow you will meet my master. He kind of goes limping away.
Do you know anything about the mind flare?
He looks over his shoulder and says, "That creature is what we are hunting. He's the enemy of my master.
There's only one.
I
Oh, that's all right. Do you have any idea where to look for it?
somewhere in North Bend."
All right. All right. See you in the morning then.
All right, he goes limping off again.
And Puck just goes,
Intelligence.
yo!
No.
His brain reawakens as he steps out.
I just think I realize why he's doing that with the wizards. Because if this thing ate another wizard's brain, it goes after intelligence creatures. What if he's putting them out as bait?
You assume he's going after intelligence creatures? I know nothing about the other murdered people.
Maybe.
Mages.
We didn't get any. We looked into this. We talked to Jarthak, which is not exactly a reliable source now, but about details on the other victims.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to hunt a mind flayer?
Not really, but
Could be an ally.
What? Which is worse at this point? The Trimadon or a Mind Flayer?
We have a knight.
Might be a potential ally against the Trimadon.
Then we can see about it. We can hunt it down. Try to speak with it.
you're also assuming that anything's going to want to be friendly with us. If it,
Well,
look,
if
it
it-
eats goddamn brains.
Well, if it's not friendly, then we can resolve that one way. But the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
And then possibly we have to take it down anyway.
All right. How do we hunt one of these mind flayers?
How do we hunt one of these mind flayers?
If it is not part of a colony, we'll have to find where it hides. And to do that, most would have thralls. There must be a way that he's actually...
If we put a brain on a string.
No.
Kind of drain. Okay.
I have an idea. I pull out my flask. It goes after highly intoxicated people.
Love this plan. Love everything about this plan.
I make good bait. Deadbeat investigator who's known to drink around town, wander the nights talking about their dead daughter.
We could also attempt to reach out to it.
If you want to try that way.
Put that invite into your brain.
He will lose.
Are you sure on that?
I am.
Let's see if we can get a friend,
He will not be a friend.
an ally,
Hmm.
a mutual asset in destroying the Trimadon.
This is all a little bit crazy, but all right.
We're fighting two things that might be beyond our individual powers.
If
I hate to say that.
we may listen, if we end up being killed by the Trimadon or the Mind Flayer or whatever else in this town, at least we tried.
No, we're taking it down one way or another. I just would like to get
And who
odds in our
knows?
favor.
Maybe if the Mind Flayer's with us against the Trimadon, at the end of the fight, we could try to coup de grace the Mind Flayer.
Of course.
All right.
Neither of these creatures should be allowed to live.
What's your plan on not getting your brain eaten? Do they like? Are they like vampires? You can just smear garlic on your head or something.
No. But you will have to watch me very closely.
I can do that.
And
And of course, we'll be in communication.
of course, we'll be in communication. And if I lead with the fact that we are enemies of the Trimadon,
Do you just write them in the back of your head or something?
I'll speak with it.
What language does it speak?
Telepathy?
We're making a lot of assumptions.
We're making a lot of assumptions. Let's see what happens.
I can speak with it. Regardless of what it is, it can understand me.
We could also search the sewers. If I was a Mind Flayer, I'd be in the sewers.
Oh, quite likely, but... All right, let's tie...
Won't be our first time in the sewers.
we should put you under a big old box with a stick and pull the stick out when the mind flayer comes to eat you.
All right, I'm gonna get shit-faced.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna go
good
back. I'm gonna go back to the office.
We're going to take a short rest first.
Yes,
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to tell
And you
everyone...
guys actually got your long rest in like kind of until middle of the day of this day. So like you guys woke up at like noon or something like that, which means you won't get exhausted again until like well into the next morning.
Okay.
So you should be okay.
I also remind everyone how amazing and fantastic they all are, and how what good job that they've all done. Enjoy your plus 11 hit points.
And our mommy's special boy.
Only for you.
Are you guys waiting for Scrimp to come back to join in this process?
For dealing with the Trimadon, I think
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
For trying to talk to the Mind Flayer,
Yeah.
I think we're going to go and do that now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, if it's okay, tie a few stuff up with my collective.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
you do make the best bait. However, it seems like our friend Pak is best resisting this thing's influence.
I'm gonna need Pac here to make sure I don't get brain scooped.
I can try to reach out to it.
I see a man
bionically.
brain scooped once.
You can try.
It's awful.
But who's to say that it
That's a
doesn't get
story I need to write
intercepted
down.
by the Trimadon?
I have an interesting life.
The Trimadon is far more powerful than me.
I think direct contact will be our best.
For the brain
mind
eating.
flayer.
All right. Let's try and go find a mind flayer then.
I'm going to go to the seediest, most abandoned part of North Bend.
Yeah.
Stay out of my house.
Yeah, the seeping pit's not too far away from where you think you might want to go. As you recall, like I said before, you kind of noticed that the Marius, if your idea about that they were being used as bait holds true, he was trying to lead you through the seediest, darkest alleys of town, basically in an attempt, and it feels like that might have been an attempt to lure, the mind flare out, basically.
I've been doing that for days and it hadn't bit.
Probably
Yes.
because it could smell it.
Are you going with them, or you said you were heading back to get some info from your collective?
I'm going to, my retainers collective.
We can wait till he gets back. So
Yeah, just you could say where you're going to meet.
Well, no, I'm telling them because shit might hit the fan in a second. I'm going
Yeah.
to give them the entirety of the money that we brought with us. I'm going to tell them hire guards if need be, but you need to return to the mandate with these memories of what I've collected. This city, these people are fucked. Like, we will not be coming here, and if we do come here, it is going to be under a banner of war, because these people seem to just want violence. So...
Are you giving the memories of me?
No. More just the horrific basement dwelling that we saw, and all these, like, for the, fucking...
The Paragons.
The Paragons.
For the Trimodon.
Everything's manipulated. I'm going to try to come back, and if I do, the situation might change. But as of now, this place is... We will not be coming here if we can.
Mm-hmm.
But if I die, just 3 days, get out of here.
Yeah. Okay. That's to your retainers who kind of came with you. And,
Yeah, they were more clear on the diplomatic mission. We were trying to get connections here in the city, but I'm telling them straight up, like, that might not be possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to pick up some more pocket lint.
Okay. Sure.
That's all my casting supplies is
Yes, cotton.
lint
Yeah.
and some fibers
That's funny.
and some fluff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're going to get Taiwan on. So, is there a specific one of those drinking establishments I threw out there, or do you want a new one?
It is just like I'm going
Seeping pit.
I head to the seeping pit to
Okay.
get
Sloshed.
a Prey Goose firebomb.
You sure you don't want to go to the Drunken Seagull or the Frozen Tortoise
I have been to
or
all
the Stag and Slug? I know.
I imagine I've been to all of those places already.
Totally.
So I'm just I just
Yep. Cool. All right. Yeah. So whatever your drink of choice is, I think whiskey seemed to be
whiskey
high up there.
and if it exists, probably some tequila.
Yeah. There's some sort of
Just
like
a freaking like
there's some sort of
devouring worm
fermented
in the bottom.
cactusy drink that you can have for sure. Yeah.
It's got a purple worm larva in the bottom.
Yeah. You just start taking some shot after shot. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw and see how like fast you go under. You want to fail this one technically.
Okay. Well, a 9.
Yeah. So it doesn't take too long. You just you don't eat anything beforehand, and you start drinking, and after about like an hour and a half, you feel pleasantly buzzed.
I'm gonna regret this, but I'm
Yep.
establishing psychic contact because like he's just gonna be drunkenly slurring into our heads for the next
Yeah.
5 hours.
He's just repeating the mission. Like he's just like almost driving himself into an episode of just like, get here, try to stay awake.
I'm also gonna have a bucket of soapy water if necessary.
Yeah.
Like,
Sounds good.
Occasionally his mind, like if he stops the cycle, his mind will like wander, and then he gets back to it.
All right. Do you return by this point?
Yeah, I would have returned.
actually, is it a good idea for you to keep repeating that? You have to think and read minds.
All right. Out you start to meander through the city streets now. Drunkenly stumbling. Do the rest of you guys want to? I assume you're hanging back or out of sight, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you guys give me stealth checks?
If I had a necklace
So-
of a pretty girl,
I'll give you advantage on these checks.
This is a
because
lot more
he's
fun.
Distracting. He's kind of making a distraction.
Well,
for you.
here's the thing too, because I haven't been able to do this. I think I would have left my cloak with the retainers and come like just full, couple leather straps, stuff like that with the weapons on it.
Yeah.
And as I return and we start like actually getting into the deep investigation, I'm gonna take a 3-point stance, and my skin is going to shift color, and I'm going to chameleonic.
Cool.
Yo.
That pretty girl from Eagers with her long blonde hair.
If he keeps this up, I'm cutting the side connection.
24.
Yeah, you're like hardly seen at all. You probably turn like a deep purple color, I think, and like you just blend right in. What'd you get?
23.
And what'd you get?
Did you roll the
Lame.
advantage?
15.
15's fine. Especially, I kind of do group checks, and these guys did great. So you're sort of like, you're kind of following along through their footsteps, basically. And you are, stumbling drunkenly, every once in a while kicking a garbage can that makes a huge ruckus. Yeah. And how long do you keep this up, would you say?
Late.
Okay. So it's getting probably like 2, 3, maybe now even like 4 in the morning. You're wondering, and you have to stop every so often and like get into a new place and get a drink to keep yourself kind of like in the mood, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Were they leading us specifically through the shadows, the towers?
It did seem so. The towers, but it was because the towers created this even darker shadow effect.
Shadow squared.
Yes, exactly. But like right around 4:30, you're just questioning. Maybe we were wrong about this. Maybe this was just a fool's errand. Let's see. Check your passive perception. A little high. Yeah.
I'll give you active perception if you prefer.
Yeah.
I prefer passive, but
fine.
it's just because.
23.
Yeah. But Elohim's the one who's specifically. In
Oh,
the
Elohim,
area,
the
right?
bait.
Yeah, exactly.
My passive is 18.
18. Yeah. So you hear just behind you, just the click of like it's just not even a click. It's just like a swooshing of like robes.
I turn around.
Turn around. There is a 7-foot,
That's a lot
thin
of
as
feet.
rails being floating in the air, levitating towards you. He's got rubbery, purplish skin, an elongated squid-like head, wearing a robe that probably once was very fine, but now looks a little tattered. It's got rips and stains upon it. Carries a large staff, crooked and with an evil-looking like apparatus on top. One second. And he's got 6 tentacles that wave down below.
I turn around. Do I like immediately sober up when seeing this?
Yes.
Like, wait.
I did not think this one through.
Where do these other Tribadon? Wait,